because you got to do it at some point. All right, so what you're told to do in this problem is to find the measure of angle E. That's what we got to find. I don't know anything about that triangle where E, that vertex, is. So I've got to work with the triangle that I know something about. I know something about triangle ABC. I know that this vertex angle is 96 degrees. Folks, what do you know about angle B and angle C? They're the same. They're congruent. 180 minus 96, which is 84, divided by 2, and that's 42. Right on? Y'all with me? All right, so it's 42 degrees. Now, how do I get over into the other triangle? How? Vertical angles. And if this angle is 42 degrees, Dennis, what's this one? It's 42 degrees. Oh, snap, look. I got to find that angle. How do I do it? 180 minus 42 is 120, nope, 138. 138. Divided by 2, what do you get? 69 degrees, 4. The measure of angle E. You better write that down if you don't know how to do that. I'm telling you, you're going to see it again. Yes, sir. Why do we divide by 2? 2 congruent angles. There are 2 congruent angles, and we got to find one of them. Okay? So that means that 2 of them are the same measure. All right? Again, watch this video so we can move on and move quickly through it. Let's go to 16. 16. What kind of triangle do we have? 2 congruent sides. What's that called? Isosceles. We got A, B, C. I've got this angle B is 6y plus 1. And I've got angle C is 21y plus 13. Folks, if that's an isosceles triangle, that means 2 sides are congruent and 2 angles are congruent. Which 2 angles are congruent?
A and B.
Angles A and B. Good, Justin. They are congruent. So if angle B is 6y plus 1, what is the measure of angle A? 6y plus 1. All right, now I've got 3 angle measures. They happen to be algebraic expressions, but that's all right. What do we know about the interior angles of a triangle? They equal 180. So, Carson, how am I going to set this up? All right, so how do I do that, though? You're right, but be more specific. Good. You guys agree with that? Okay, it's a whole lot of, that's the geometry. Now it's just what? Now it's just algebra. 6y plus 6y plus 21y is 33y, I think. 1 plus 1 plus 13 is 15. Subtract 15. What's 165 divided by 33? What is it? 5, thank you. And is that what I'm looking for? Nope. I got to go back and find the measure of angle A, so what do I do? Plug it in. 6y plus 1 is 6 times 5, or 30 plus 1, which is, how many of you had 31? Very good, very good. Questions? I hope so. Seriously, you got to take this class serious. Big time. All right, moving on. 18. What kind of triangle is this? Equilateral. 18. 1.5. Is it minus 12? It's that angle measure. And what are we told? We're told we got to find y. How are we going to find y? Say it again. Y. Because all the angles are equal to 60. You're exactly right. That's the easiest way to do that problem. Do you guys see that? Do you understand that? Yeah? So now the geometry's done. Now it's just algebra. Here we go. 12. 1.5y is equal to 72. What's 72 divided by 1.5? Straight up 48. I don't know what I said it was. Number 18 was 48. 20 was 20. Did I say 20? My fault. I'm sorry. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Other questions? I got you. Other questions on this one? 19. Here we go. Look alive, folks. What kind of triangle is this when all the angles are equal? Equiangular. Good, Cody. 3/2 x plus 2 and 3/4, nope, that's 5/4 x plus 6. All the angles are equal. What do you know about all the sides? They're equal. So what do I do? I can mark up the sides. You're right. And that allows me to be able to do what? Set them equal to each other. 3/2 x plus 2 equals 5/4 x plus 6. Folks, don't freak out if it's fractions. Big deal. Big old deal. Okay? Watch. I'm going to subtract 2. That's going to give me 3/2 x is equal to 5/4 x plus 4. Now, you guys have calculators. Use parentheses. When you put this in your calculator, you know we're going to subtract 5/4 x from both sides. When you do that, put parentheses around this, and it's going to give you, what was it, 3/2 minus, if I can hit the button, parentheses, 5 divided by 4, parentheses. Ooh, I get 0.25. That's a decimal. Do I freak out? No. Write it down. Just write it down. 0.25 x equals 4. Now what do I do? Divide by 0.25. And when you do that, I don't know what you get. Somebody punch it up. How much? 16. That makes sense. And then what do I have to do? It told me that I've got to find BC, which is this side right here. So what am I going to do with 16? I'm going to plug it in. Why am I putting it as 16 over 1? Because it's the same thing. And I'm dealing with fractions. So I've got, you'll use your calculators, I know that. 3/2 times 16 is 24, plus 2, which is 26. And we have to find XZ. We got to find this side right here. If this is an equiangular triangle, then what do you know about all its sides? They're all equal. So what do you guys always want to avoid? I know you want to. You don't want to deal with them. You don't want to deal with decimals, and definitely don't want to deal with fractions, right? So how many of you would have said 2x equals 2x? But is that going to help you do anything? No, you just kind of start chasing your tail, just going around and around and around and around, and you don't get anywhere. No, because look what would happen. 2x equals x, or equals 2x. 0 equals 0. Well, can it be 0? No, because then what would your length be? 2 times 0 is 0. Can you have a triangle whose side measures are 0? No, that doesn't make sense. So we can't do that, but what can we do? Why can 2x not equal 60? Because it's not an angle. Right, because we're dealing with sides, not angles, right? Yeah, what am I going to, I've got to set something equal to something. Nope, 60 is an angle measure. We are dealing with what? Sides, not angles. Forget 180, forget 60. We're dealing with side measures. What else is equal to each other? 5/2. X minus 5 is equal to who, Dennis? To 2x. Isn't that true? Yeah. So watch. I got another fraction. Am I going to freak out? No. No, we're not. Take your calculator and use parentheses. 5/2, which is 2.5, minus 2, which is 0.5. Make sure it's right. Now what am I going to do? 0.5x is equal to 5. Divide by 0.5. X is 10, and I'm done, right? No, what do I have to do? Now let me ask you something. Could I plug 10 into 5/2 x minus 5 and find that side measure? Yeah. Do we want to? No. Why? Because there's a fraction there, right? What's the easier way? 2 times 10. If all the sides are equal, then aren't all the sides equal? You can plug your x value into any of the sides, and you'll get the right answer. How about that? Is that good? Yeah?
I don't know how this worked out, but I did it when equal to 16.
No, you lucked out because you did not set it up correctly. Angles have to do with 180. Sides are sides. Okay? I don't know how you worked it out or how you got it to work out, but you did not have it set up correctly. Okay? You lucked out. 28, last one. Yeah, that's what I want. We got 2 parallel lines, and we have a triangle in there. Folks, I promise you will see this on the SOL. Write this down. Got to write this down. 1, 2, 3, 58 degrees. Boom, boom. We got to find the measure of each numbered angle, okay? These are parallel lines. That's helpful to us. They're not parallel. They're messed up. I don't know why my board's doing this. But if I were to treat this as a transversal, and this angle right here is 58, let's go back. Let's step back and look at this right here. Look at the triangle. Focus on that. What kind of triangle is that? That's an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangles have 2 congruent sides, right? Which means there are 2 whats, Kevin? Where? Be more specific. 2 what angles? 2, yes. 2 legs, yes. 2 angles. Jade, what about those angles? What kind of angles? It's an isosceles triangle. What? Yes, which 2 angles are congruent? Tell me where they are. What? Right here? Yes, what are they called, y'all? Don't look at base angles, thank you. Do you guys agree with that? Yes. Can I now find the measure of angle 2? How am I going to find that? Right on. 180 minus 58 minus 58, which is, y'all punch this up in your calculator for me. 64 is left over. Yep. All right, so that means that angle 2, we got to find the measure of angle 1, the measure of angle 2, the measure of angle 3. The measure of angle 2 is 64 degrees. So saith Dennis. What else? What else, y'all? Come on. Come on. Why? Why is angle 158?
Because they're equal.
Why? The zigzag. What kind of, and who said it? Somebody said alternate interior angles. Is that what you said? Somebody, okay. This is 58, then that's 58. Do you guys agree with that? Yep, all right. That's because of alternate interior angles. I see all of you writing this down. That's great. Way to go. You better have it on your paper. You better have it on your paper. How am I going to figure out angle 3? Oh, my Lord, I don't know what to do. What do I do? Chrissy, what do I do? Angle 3. Oh, what do I do? Looks like a rainbow. Is that right? How do I find the measure of angle 3 then if it's a rainbow, if it's a linear pair? 180 minus, which is 122. So the measure of angle 3 is 122 degrees because of linear pair. How about that, Justin? Does that make sense? Another problem that I guarantee you will see. Guarantee it. Okay? You got to work hard. Got to. Questions? Get those notes out. What? No. We need to work on these right here. We're going to work hard. Carson, what do I do? Look at this problem. Talk to me about it. Why? Base angles theorem says that if those two sides are congruent, then these two angles are congruent. Do you guys agree with that? You better write this down. Stink on duty. This is all we're going to be doing all semester long. Angle D is equal or congruent to angle E, yes?
Yeah.
What definition says that I can change congruence to equality? Right on, man. That a boy. High five in the air. Good job. There we go. Everybody. What's now? What now? Did he just go smart hiney with me? How is it, Mr. Smarty Pants? He did go smart hiney with me, didn't he? Yes, you did. Go ahead. You got this. Tell me. Well, that ain't what it says. It says that measure of angle D. The measure of angle D is not 3x plus 14. Now what? Now what? The geometry's done. Now it's algebra. What now? Right on. 2x is equal to who, folks? 14. Now what? You better be writing this down. What's x? 7. All right, check it out. What am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, come on. Oh, we got to find the measure of angle E. This one right here. What am I going to do with 7? All right, 3 times 7 plus 14. 21 plus 14, which is?
35.
That's right. 35 is equal to the measure of angle E. How many of you had that? Rock on. Very good. Questions at all? I know I'm going fast, but I want to have you to I want you to have plenty of time at the end of class to work on homework, because you better have all your homework done. Some of you get it done, some of you don't. Pardon me? Nope, because look what it said. Find E. That's all we did. In triangle DEF, okay? Questions at all?
No.
Everybody cool?
Yeah.
All right, roll on. Find each angle measure. Hey, find those real quickly for me. You're finding every single angle. All right, go.
Is it 51?
I don't know. 180 minus 78, which is 102 divided by 2, which is? Measure of angle C. How many of you got 51 degrees? Hands up. High five. There we go. What about the next one? How did we get that one? Patrick, how did we get that one? Same thing. 180 minus 86 is 94. Is that right? Divided by 2, which is 47. For angle Q, how many of you had 47 degrees? High five in the air. Michael, you good? Yep. Kel, you good? Yep. Questions? Roll on to the next one. Nope. You wish. I was just being nice. That was not nice. Smart honey. Quit looking at that clock. Hey, what are you going to do for 4 and 5? Do it. Go. What are we going to do? You got this. Set angle H equal to angle J. Okay? So the measure of angle H is equal to the measure of angle J. Yes? All right. H is 8x. J is 6x plus 18. What do I do? Okay, Joseph. 2x is equal to 18. X is 9. Am I done? How many of you got x is 9? Good. What do I do now? Plug it into H, which is going to be... No, we ain't done. What's 8 times 9? 72 degrees. How many of you had the 72 degrees? You went on that step farther. Very, very good. Very good. What about the next one? What do I do? Same thing. Go, Jade. 30 plus 30, which is 60, which is the measure of angle M, right? How many of you have? These is your answers for both of them. They're very, very good, y'all. Let's move on. Questions? Any questions? Close is only good in hand grenades and horseshoes. Just saying. I'm going to throw a hand grenade, and I'm going to throw it up there at the door. And then I'm going to run. There you go. There you go. You want 6? All right, what am I going to do for 6? We are now. Go, Justin. Why? Okay, there's one little thing he said wrong. His thinking is right, but there's one little thing that you said that was wrong. He said the 180 thing. Now, is 180 or 60, does it have anything to do with side measures? Look what we're given. No, okay? This is what kind of a triangle based upon what we're given. Why is it equilateral? Write this down. This is an equilateral triangle because the sides are congruent. Now, because it's an equilateral triangle, we also know that it's a what kind of triangle? We also know that it's an equiangular. Equiangular. Which means that each angle is equal to how much? 60 degrees. So, Justin, you were part right. As far as setting this up, you're exactly right. Angle V is 60 degrees. Absolutely. Hands down. All of the sides, which meant it took you to equiangular. Okay? Now, what is angle V as well? Thank you. I appreciate it. What is angle V? What's up there in that picture? 7x plus 4. And now we're back to that stinking algebra again, right? Yep. Subtract 4. 7x is equal to 56. X is equal to 8. Is that all I have to do? You better look at it again. Did I do what I was supposed to do? How do you know? Says it at the top, right. Got to find X, that's what I did. Right there she is. Let's look at the next one. Do this one yourself. Do these two, go. You got 2 minutes. Yeah. Five n equals 60. Divide both sides by 5. N is equal to 12. How many of you had 12? Rock on. Is that all we were supposed to find? Yeah, for that one, that's all we were supposed to do. Alexis, what about the next one? Pardon? Same thing. 2x minus 6 is equal to 60. Add 6 to both sides. 2x is equal to 66. Now what? X is equal to? 32. It's 30 who? 33. You just said it wrong. Look, all right. Whatever. Hey, how many of you got 33? Questions at all? Fossil? Good. Good, good, good. How about the next one? Woo-wee. What do we do now? You done with that page? What do I do? Chase, what do I do? Chase. Set them equal 1. How come you know that? Okay, right now, write this down. This is an equiangular triangle, which means it's also a, okay, sleepy, it's an equilateral triangle, isn't it? And the sides are equal. So Chase, you said to do what? So 5r plus 8 is equal to 9r. Geometry's over. What is it all about now? Algebra. You better know how to solve these equations. If you don't, it's going to bite you in the hind end. 8's equal to 3r. Ooh. Ooh. Am I going to freak out? 9 minus 5 is 3, right? Right? It's 4, right? R is 2, right? What are y'all talking about? Am I done? No, what do I do now? Plug it in. 5 times 2 plus 8. 10 plus 8 is? Hey, what's the perimeter of that triangle? 18 times 3 is 54. I'm just saying. You better be ready. How you going to figure 9? Equal them to each other. For the same reason, I'm going to subtract y, and I'm going to subtract 1. And it's going to give me 9 is equal to 3y, which is y is equal to. I'm done, right? No. What do I do? Plug it in, m in, so 4 times 3 plus 1, 12 plus 1 is? How many of you had 13? Questions? Comments? Rude remarks? Don't be scared. YouTube video for geometry. Isn't that clever? You'll find, I'll show you how to go there. Folks, yeah, that's it. What I want you to do is look at page 276, and I want you to do numbers 3 through 10. Okay? 3 through 10. Now, this is the same thing we did yesterday. What should you expect me to do tomorrow? Check it. How? For completion or accuracy? Nope. Hey, you might get 2 grades for this. You might get a completion grade and An accuracy grade.
What do you mean accuracy, right?
Means I'm going to take it up and I'm going to grade it. I know, isn't it? That's how I know whether you know what you're doing or